Hi folks, today we're going to take a look at a new Frauditor to the channel, and that is For the Record. He's based out of the Southwest, if I'm not mistaken. I will look into it more, but this video is from last year. He gives us the date of February 21st. Though it is February, it's still not past the 20th. So with that being said, before we get started, I want to announce that we still have memberships that are now active. There are 4 tiers of membership with perks for each of them. Please, if you join, not only helps me out, but it helps grow the channel so I can figure out what to do and provide you guys with the best content I can. With that being said, let's enjoy the video, shall we?
For the record, today's February 21st, Bernalillo County. See if they're even open.
Morning.
Morning, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, how can I help
Oh, just coming in.
you? Just go right inside.
All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You got a good day. Hey, you too. Yes, sir. CB, what's going on?
What's going on, man? You can call me Carlos.
All right. Okay.
Seems like you've been here before. Is there something you're not telling us, Mr. Frauditor?
It's all good.
What's going on, Carlos?
How much you? You want to scan me in here?
Yeah.
Me in
So, do you have an appointment today?
there? No, I don't.
Oh, you don't have an appointment?
No.
Okay. So, I've been instructed to make sure and communicate with you and see if you have an appointment, we get you where you need to go. But if you don't have an appointment, you have to make an appointment
For?
to do your business today.
To do my business?
Yes, sir.
So and who told you that?
It does come out that you have been here before, and I'm willing to bet you have a trespass order against you too. That's why they're telling you that you can only come when you have an appointment. So you can't do your frauditing today. You have to be there for official business. And your lack of a story of, well, I'm here to gather content for a story, isn't going to fly today now, is it?
Who told me that? John Keel.
John Keel?
Yes, sir.
All right, you want to bring him over?
I don't believe he's here today, sir. But let me get this guy and see if he is here.
All right.
Do you know if John is on premises today? Yeah, John Keel is on premises? Oh, I don't know. Okay. You might call in the SOC and see if John's here. And if not, Mr. Carlos would like to speak with John, if he is here.
Well, you know they can't make rules against me, right? That's
sorry?
discriminating against me.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
Now, there's this big myth in the frauditing world that just because a building is a public building doesn't mean you can be trespassed or they can limit your access to it. That is a false narrative that they like to spread around. The truth of the matter is this. Yes, you can be trespassed from a public building even if you didn't break the law. If you go there and disrupt the services of the building or harass employees of the building, they can issue a trespass. Now, they did graciously say he could go back there if he was there for business, but he had to make an appointment. No appointment, no access to the building. And that's not violating his rights or any laws. That is the policy of that building that's being enforced at this point.
You know what I
Told us
mean?
that you need an appointment to come in, sir. That's all.
I don't need one. I have to be treated like everybody else.
Yeah.
Nobody else needs an appointment either.
How you doing, sir? Okay, yeah. Good. How can I help you today?
I'd like to see if we can make an appointment for to talk to, I want to put the house under my name, because it's linked to me to color.
Is this for probate or is
Probate,
this for?
yes.
Okay. Is this what we're?
Have a reason, a lawful reason to apply this? What is it? Do you know what it is?
I do, and it's in the letter.
No, this doesn't say why.
First off, thank you for censoring out that private individual's information. That saves me some time. So I'm grateful for that. However, if you were there a previous time and you did something to cause yourself to be trespassed or kicked out of the building, they could draft that letter stating to security and to other administrative personnel that, hey, if you show up, tell him he has to have an appointment or he needs to leave, or it's criminal trespassing, and they will call the authorities. It's quite simple. The buildings can do that. Now, this big myth that public buildings that are paid by tax dollar money can't do that does allow that.
I can't come in, or what that's for. There has to be a reason why they're trying to implement this protocol. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, I have to have done something unlawful for them to try to put a protocol.
Shenanigans. I'm calling shenanigans. You know, there are reasons why they can do that. If you're there and you're not conducting lawful business or there for the building's intended purposes, you could be trespassed. If you're there harassing people, you can be trespassed. If you're just loitering around and being confrontational to staff and other personnel there, you can be trespassed. They're not trying to violate any of your rights. All they're simply saying is, if you want to come to the building, you personally need to make an appointment. They're not stopping you from entering the building. They're telling you that if you're going to come there, you need to have an appointment and to have lawful business to be there. If not, they can call the authorities and have you trespassed.
Does it not?
Can't get any further than this, sir.
Oh, no. I can go in there. Unless you're gonna stop me.
Sir.
You can call the police.
In the business, we call this foreshadowing.
We could, or we could just end this peacefully.
All right, well, could you sign me in here, man? Or I'll do it myself if you want.
No,
I'll do it myself.
who are you going to see, though? Who are you here to see?
We go to the second floor.
On business?
On business, which is
Okay.
my personal business, which is checking up on them and making sure they're being trans.
What's your business?
You meant to say transparent. I don't know why, but he does this a lot in this video. He puts this weird spiraling cutaway effect. And we know why you're going to the second floor. There's somebody there that you want to harass. You're not there to gather content for a story, because you're not putting out a story. It's the oldest story lie in the Frauditor playbook. Oh, gathering content for a story. Well, I'm a journalist. You're not a journalist. You're a YouTuber. Get it right.
Oh, I wanted to come and do some press.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You wanted to do some press?
On one side, I was talking to another deputy on the other side.
Okay.
So basically, this was drafted up because he had been going up the second floor, specifically harassing.
Hey.
I'm talking to him
That's
right now, sir.
hearsay.
Okay,
That's
you
hearsay.
can
He's
step
saying.
away, sir.
Wow. You know, I've seen a lot of dumb doing this as long as I have. But this just takes the cake. Hearsay only works in courtrooms. You know, this is an investigation. It would be hearsay if this was a trial or a deposition. However, since you've been there previously, and that's why they drafted that order, I'm willing to bet you were up there before harassing somebody. That's why they have it. And that's why they asked you to leave, or they were going to call the cops, and, well, look who's standing in front of you.
all
He's
right?
saying I'm harassing
Okay,
people.
let me talk
I
to this
haven't.
gentleman, and then I'm
That's
going to
your
talk to you,
say.
okay? All right,
Okay,
there's
you can't be
there's
saying
two
that.
sides of the story. I'm going to talk to him, and then I'm going to talk to you,
That
okay?
exactly.
All right? So give me a minute. all
Okay.
right?
Can't be saying I'm harassing people when I'm not.
Press. We need to step out inside and talk, okay?
Oh, what's
we need
this
to step
for?
outside the building and talk, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to have to put you in handcuffs and escort you outside,
Oh,
okay?
so under threat of arrest,
So
you're
can
gonna.
we go outside and talk?
Am I being trespassed?
Huh?
Am I being trespassed?
Sir, you have
Get ready, everybody. He's about to do something stupid.
an order, all right, that you're supposed to coordinate your
An
visits to
order
Mr.
from who?
From the attorney's office, okay?
They can order me around?
Yes.
How can they order me around?
You've been given it.
It's quite simple, really. You showed up there before, acted a fool, and they told you to leave, and you refused to leave, and they had you trespassed. Then they drafted this order to make sure to stop your shenanigans and buffoonery. You had to come there by calling to make an appointment ahead of time. Your frauding game is kind of weak.
Notification that you have to coordinate your visits here,
So
okay?
notice?
All right.
So there's
It's a letter-
discriminating
It's a
against
letter
me.
of no trespass.
Are you stupid or something?
Yes. No, it's not.
Sir, officer,
discrimination.
what's your name and badge number?
Deputy White. My badge
Deputy-
number is 398.
Okay, you know you're supposed to be protecting
Sir, I need you
the
to put the
people
camera
from
down.
the government,
I need
not
you to put the camera down, or
protecting the government from the people.
we need to go outside, or I'm gonna have to put you in handcuffs.
So you're gonna
Okay.
under
Let's go
threat
outside.
of arrest.
Let's go ahead. Let's go outside.
Under threat of arrest.
I'm
I'm coming
recording
out.
this too, sir.
Well, yeah, but your camera might end up missing.
No, I don't think his camera's going anywhere. But what are you hiding? You keep doing this weird spiral fadeaway. And you keep cutting out stuff. I'm not doing that. I will put this original video link in here so you guys can see I'm not doing this weird edit trick. But the real question is this. Why do you think they're discriminating against you? Because you have a no trespass order? Because you were there on a previous occasion and you did something wrong to get trespassed? If you go there to do press and you want to do that, call the public relations officer. Call the media liaison and they'll help you. But instead, you keep doing these weird cuts and you keep saying they're trying to violate your rights when they've been nothing but polite and courteous from your video. What do you...
Your camera might be end up missing. This is not
Can I
lawful.
speak for a minute?
This is not
It is
lawful.
lawful. It is lawful.
No, it's not lawful.
Yes.
It's
from the
not
county-
lawful.
It's from the county attorney's office, sir.
Just because it's from the attorney's office doesn't make it lawful, officer.
What would you think make it lawful?
Your
What would you think would make
the
it lawful?
Constitution is what's lawful.
Okay, so you want to go this route, we'll go this route. You say the Constitution is the only thing that's legal, that can allow that to be a law. Well, how about the 10th Amendment? You know, the one that allows the states the power to make their own laws? What if that's the case, then it's perfectly legal for them to have a trespassing law against you.
Sir,
And you made an oath to the Constitution, right?
sir, there.
You're not going to answer me? You're not going to answer my questions?
Yes, I made an oath, but
An oath,
there-
which is more important.
But they can still trespass you from the building, which you cannot enter upon. Okay,
They can't trespass me unless I'm committing a crime.
that's
This guy is fucking stupid!
not true.
That's true.
No.
This is public property.
Okay,
I have
so-
every right to be
okay.
in public property and on public
They don't
property.
want you in the building anymore. All right.
They
It's in
can't
your
stop
best
me
interest
from
if
being-
You just leave. Okay.
They can't stop me from being in there.
Yes, you are allowed in public places. But public places such as parks, public buildings, can block your access there by trespassing you if you've done something in either A, unlawful, or B, something that completely disrupts the services and the intended purpose of that building. You could have gone there and done something. We don't know. I don't know. But what I'm willing to bet is you got that trespass order for harassing the employees there. And you are still allowed there. You just need to make an appointment ahead of time. But you don't want to go that route. You want to go the whole, they're discriminating and violating your rights. Because, well, that's when they're Frauditor script. And that's what all of you frauders do.
All right.
I'm not going to leave from property. You're making me leave from property. You're going to have to arrest me.
When you want to come back, you can contact Mr. Chapman.
I'm not going to contact him. That's discriminating. Why do I have to do it and no one else does? Why does everybody else have to do it?
What's your information, sir? What's your first name?
I'm not giving you my name. Go look for it.
If you didn't want to get kicked out of the building the first time, you shouldn't have done something to screw up to get kicked out of the building. That's all I'm going to say. That's just my humble opinion. However, if you don't want to cooperate, you can get an obstruction charge, because technically you are trespassing by not being there on official business. And the cop is being is being pretty discreet with you, man. He's trying to cooperate with you, but you're making it harder than it has to be. I mean, you could have just told him your name, been on your way, or left the first time when the security guard asked you. But no, you've got to play the race card and say it's discrimination against you. For what? You did something wrong, and now you got to pay the consequences of your actions.
You can't trespass somebody from public property unless they're breaking the law.
Hey, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I'm surprised you don't know this, Officer White.
What's your business here?
To conduct press,
What kind of press?
gathering content, matters of public interest. People want to know what their money is being spent on.
Well, you don't go to the attorney's office for that. You would go to the county clerk's office or the assessor's office. And then you can see by doing an open records request or even going online and doing one. So that way you can actually prove what you're trying to prove here. But no, you're just there to annoy people. You're there to harass people. That's your real end goal. Because you know if you can get a big enough reaction, you can put it on YouTube, get clicks and views, get some ad revenue, and well, get some internet clout for being a, so-called journalist when you're not.
They want to know how it's being spent. They want to know where they can get these services, how they serve you, how good is the service. All this is of public interest.
What's your date
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
of birth, Mr. Bender? Conceal your identity from me while
I'm not
conducting an
concealing
investigation? All right, I'm conducting an investigation. You're
What
concealing your identity.
crime are you
What's your-
convicting?
What's your date of birth?
What crime are you?
I'm trying to determine whether
Investigating.
Or not, okay, I'm trying to determine for you whether or not this is a valid restraining order. Okay.
It's not a
And
restraining order.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
You know what a restraining order is.
Trespass order. Excuse me. Trespass.
That's
order.
not a trespass
Okay.
order. I have permission to come here, as it says.
Listen to me.
But they're trying to put rules on it.
You're not.
I've been doing this for a while. I've been watching these videos for a long time. And I have to say this. You are showing that you're not there for any journalistic purposes. Because if you were there for journalistic purposes, or to do any kind of press work, you could have simply just gave up your date of birth to the officer. He could have ran it. And he could have said, hey, this is invalid. You guys can't do this to him. But no. You want to make it as hard and difficult as possible because you want to make the narrative that the county's corrupt or the attorney's corrupt or the cops are corrupt. That's what your whole end goal is to get some kind of clickbait video made. And if you did something previously to get the trespass order and they've allowed you to still come back there as long as you're there for lawful business, and they're still not violating your rights or discriminating against you. You're the one who's discriminating against yourself by acting.
Listening to
Which
me, sir.
isn't lawful.
Listen to me. All right. I'm trying to help you out and verify whether or not there is a valid trespass order against you from the building. Okay. All right. In order to do that, I need your birthday.
No, you don't need my birthday to see if it's valid. That has nothing to do with that. You better think again, partner. You better think again. Harassment.
Okay, Mr. Benavides, I got some clarification for you. Okay, so can I speak for a minute and explain everything?
Yes.
Okay, and please don't interrupt me?
Yes.
Okay, they're not saying...
I'm going to only interrupt you if you say something that's...
Okay.
Come here. Shut your stupid ass up.
Wrong, okay?
Let me just...
So we can, you know what I mean? So we can have
we can have a dialogue.
Dialogue,
Okay?
yeah, exactly.
All right, so they're not saying you can't come up here, okay?
Okay, thank you.
What they're asking, and they're asking this as politely as they can, all right, is for you to coordinate with Mr. Chavez when you want to visit and who you want to speak to. That's all they're asking. That's what the other members of the press do, and that's what they're asking you to do, okay? Because people work here, all right, and you just show up, you go start talking to people, they take it as harassment, they're trying to do their job.
Yeah, I understand.
So far, does that make sense?
No, not the last part that you're saying.
Okay.
Well, it does make sense if you're not trying to fraud it. It does make sense if you're not trying to do something illegal. It does make sense if you're not trying to waste people's time. But again, that's what a frauditor does. They waste people's time. They waste taxpayers' time and money by coming up with these false narratives of, oh, they're violating our rights. They're violating our rights. No, they're not. And you're not real press, so I can see why you're confused.
Just because they think they're being harassed.
People feel harassed.
They can feel it, but there's a difference being actually harassed and feeling harassed. Okay? I'm not doing anything that's physical, anything that's threatening. I'm a far distance away from the people that I'm recording. I'm not engaging with them. I'm not doing anything.
That's fine, but please coordinate with Mr. Chavez. If not, if you refuse to abide by what they're asking you to do, they will, and they can criminally trespass you from the building.
They can.
And if they do that,
They can trespass me. They can trespass.
Shenanigans. We've went over this. They can trespass you. And besides, that building is a limited public forum, meaning they can set time, place, and manner restrictions on when you can film and record there. So, yeah, shenanigans on that statement from you.
Listen to me.
No, we have to
Yes,
debate
we
here.
can.
We have to,
We
remember
can.
you said dialogue right here, right?
We can,
Okay,
and I can
let's-
criminally trespass you from the building.
You can't criminally
I can.
trespass me from public
Sir.
property unless I'm committing a crime.
Sir,
What am I doing that would be committing a crime?
they're saying...
Well, since you have a no trespass order and you are violating the rules of the no trespass order, they can have you criminally trespassed and arrested. I'm going to end the video here because it's long enough as it is. It ends with him wanting to make a complaint against the officer here. So the officer shuts him down by giving him the non-emergency number to call to file his complaint. If you guys liked my video, please share, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because those will be the algorithm. If you wish to become a member, hit the join button. With that being said, be safe, be well, and I'll see you guys next time.